Alright, let's go ahead and choose the item pickup for the extra life here. We'll click on the plus, go to default tile set, and we'll go down to our item. It's going to be the pickup for the extra life. So again, we're going to have our basic setup. Very simple one. We'll have one that shows it, and then one that doesn't, and then we'll have an effect that runs across it. Go ahead and click on the select folder. Be sure you select the pickup life one, and then scroll down in the tile types. We'll go ahead and assign it here. So the item is going to be a item pickup. And we'll say item pickup life. And add extra life. General settings, we'll say receive light is turned off. The offset, we'll say for the pickup, is a -1. The animation frames, if there were some, even like the effects, we'll move the effects down a little bit so you can see it with 3 frames on it. The thumbnail, let's choose our thumbnail right there. Collider, we'll turn those off. On the option down here, let's go down to our tile animations. So similar if you've done the other two, the coin and the health, the animations here, we're going to do the pickup for the first 2. They could be separate, they can be different. The enter could be different, same for the stay and the exit. We're going to choose just the blank, meaning that the moment the player walks into the collider, into the trigger box, it's simply going to turn the image into a blank image. So the trigger settings we want to enable on this one. The size, we're just keeping it the same size as the box. If you want to make it closer or more exact, or you want to make it further away, you can. Go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. So now we have our pickup settings. The pickup settings, again, if you haven't seen the other ones, there's a delay option, respawn. So if you want it to respawn the same one over and over, you can. If you want to have a delay on the pickup, so you have to actually wait until it's ready, you can set that for it. The pickup points, I'm going to use this item once. The item, the value we're going to change for this is a life. Now, the life, if you notice when we scroll down, let's see if we have it in here. Should be down in player. There we go, lives. So lives are only available in player because all other items, they're just a one-time use. They have health. Their life is only 1. Player can actually respawn, so the player has, you can enable additional lives for it. So we'll say the value will be a +1 for the player here. Oh, let's skip that one right there. And we'll do a add 2. And then just to take note again, you could do a value of a negative if you want. You could replace it, or you could even subtract from it. Alright, so that's going to give us our lives value. And we'll go back up to the top and close this one. Then the last ones we'll do is going to be the effect settings. We'll enable and choose our pickup effect. Default settings here for how it's going to work. It'll be playing the animation, so we don't need to worry about a time to fade or show and those things. The position and scale, we're just going to leave it at the 1 for the offset in front, and then the same size, 10 by 10. If you choose to use the attractor settings, then you can say enable attractor. And then based on the attractor range, currently 5 by 5 would be the size of the box here. If you want it to be larger so that it starts to get to a player, if the player gets close enough within that range, you can choose those for it. Alright, those will be all the basic setups for the life and setting it up into the pickup points and having everything to work. Remember, this one's a little bit different than the other 2 in that it's specific to a player. So if you run something else across it, there's not going to be an extra life given to a standard block tile. It would only be if it is a player type tile.